All right, AGS1. Today we're starting mod 7, which is sort of a short mod in terms of mods. It's a lot shorter than the other ones that we've done. But today we're going to start to talk about congruent shapes. Congruent's going to be a big word today. You guys have already encountered like sides that are congruent and angles that are congruent. But today, congruent shapes means that two shapes have all the same side lengths and all the same interior angles. They're the exact same shape and size. So, the essential question for the day: what are the defining features and notation when two shapes are congruent? First up, the definition. Two shapes are congruent when they are the exact same shape and size. This also means that every single part of the two shapes will be congruent to every other corresponding part. Here's what I mean by that. I've drawn these two like trapezoids, next to each other, and they're the exact same shape and size, and they're oriented the same way, which means that this side is congruent to this side is congruent to this one, and then this third side is congruent to this one. And then I think I kind of accidentally made an isosceles trapezoid, so I think this one is the same as the one across from it in both shapes. And all the corresponding angles inside are the same. So like this is the same as this. I'm going to use the single hash marks. And then this one is the same as this one. This one is the same as this one. And this one, 4, is the same as this one. So all the interior angles and all the sides are congruent to each other. Now, you guys, if I pick an order around the shape, so let's say I go A to B to C to D, if we're going to write a congruency statement, like the notation, we can say that A, B, C, D is congruent to. So that's what this shape right here means. This is the congruency symbol. Now, I need to go in the exact same order of the letters with the second shape. So since I started with the one down at the bottom, I need to start with W here as well. So we'll go W, X, Y, Z. Now, I realize they kind of just go in alphabetical order, which maybe I should have switched them up and done some like twisting of the letters. But the most important part is that you go in the same order of sides around the shape, that we went this way, this way, this way, and you got to go the same order of the corresponding sides over here. Now, this next example, they are not oriented the same way, but these two shapes are congruent to each other because I see that this side is the same as this one, that this side is the same as this one, and then this side is the same as this one. And all their interior angles match up as well. So first up, the congruency statement. Here, I'm going to show you guys a classic, like going out of order. I'm going to go A to B. No, that's not out of order, Jolly. We'll go A to C to B. So this means triangle ACB is congruent to, now I started with the pointy side, so I have to start with the pointy side over here. And then I went across the longest side. So F to D to E. Oh, I'm using triangle symbols. Now, these two triangles are congruent to each other, which means that all their corresponding sides are congruent. So that means that AC, side AC, is congruent to side FD. If you can't see that, here I'll use an orange marker, that like this long side here is the same as this long side here. Then another set of sides. Let's go with this side. CB is going to be the same as DE. So this means side CB is congruent to side DE. So I'm going in the same order with the letters. Also, some notation, I don't know if we've talked about this little hat on top of AC just means that it's the segment AC. It's the line segment connecting A and C. And then the last one, I'll use a third color just to make this really complicated. A to B is the same thing as F to E. So that means AB is congruent to FE. Now the angle congruences. I see that angle A is the pointy smallest angle, and that corresponds with angle F. The way you will write that is that angle A, just use the little alligator for an angle symbol, is congruent to angle F. Then I also see that angle B is the same as angle E because they are both 90-degree angles. So this means angle B is congruent to angle E. And then the last one, angle C is the same as angle D because they both have that double tick mark on it. So angle D is congruent to angle E. Now, the secret way to do this is that if you know this congruency statement right here, you almost don't even need the picture because if you just look at the order of the letters, this means that angle A is going to be the same as angle F. And then like angle C is going to be the same as angle D. And then I'll use a little squiggle. Angle B is the same as angle E. Look, that's the same thing we said here. A is the same as F. B is the same as E, and D is the same as E. It also works for side lengths. That if you get rid of these and you go like, okay, I'm talking about side AC. Well, AC is going to be the same as FD. Or like BCB is going to be the same as DE. So when in doubt, you can use this little shortcut right here. Now here, there's no congruency markings, but they tell us that the order of the letters, that HIJKL is the same as MNOPQ. So we're going to fill out each of these congruency statements. The first one is side JI is congruent to what? Well, JI is this one right here, and then it's slightly confusing about which one it lines up with on this side. When in doubt, use this, well, let me erase it. When in doubt, use the roadmap right here. If you locate IJ is the second and third letters, which means that will line up with N and O. So NO is the same thing as IJ. Now HL is this little side right here. So that one's like easier for me because I can see like this is the smallest side over here. But let's make sure that matches up with the order of the letters in the diagram or in the congruency statement. HL would be the first and last letter. So that would be MQ, which does match up with MQ over here. So this is MQ. Now for KL is this side right here. It's like almost the longest side and it's touching the blue. So I think that's the same thing as QP. Let's check it out in the diagram, or in the congruency statement. KL are the second and last letters. So that will be the same as PQ, which does match up with my diagram. So this is PQ. Now, angle N. Angle N is this angle right here. And I kind of think it maybe matches up with angle I, but once again, just go to the congruency statement. Angle N is the second letter, and angle I is the second letter. So, yes, angle I. So angle I and angle N are the same. I guess I could start putting congruencies on all these, like this is the same as this, this is the same as this, this is the same as this, and then this one is the same as this one. Now for angle Q. Let's use another one. Angle Q is this angle right here. I see that's between the purple and blue side, so I think it's angle L. But once again, confirm that Q is the last letter, L is the last letter, so yes, that works. So this, we'll put a double mark here, and this is angle L. Last one, angle O is right here, and I think that's like next to the orange and not quite to the purple. I think it's angle J. Let's check it out. Angle O is the very middle. Angle J is the very middle here as well. So this is, I'll put 3 tick marks here, 3 here. So this is angle J. Okay, you guys, there's lots more in the formative, and the formative has like little videos embedded in it for you guys. So make sure you watch those, maybe jot some things in your notes about the videos, and give it your best shot. All right, come ask me questions if you're confused.